I'm here at Wolf Marina on the St. Croix River, Stillwater, Minnesota. It's a beautiful autumn day, and just here to briefly mention one of the oddities of the spring world, which is not particular to this location, but we have some particularly good examples of it here. And that is a traveling spring. As a spring is a notion that was described as early as 1900 by the famous Manhattan spring hunter James Russell Smith. Springs can pop out in different locations, and we might be seeing that here. There's a fairly large shoreline spring, or littoral spring as it's called in the jargon. The weird thing is, it is coming out under a tree. There's a spring pool down there. Now this is a fairly large tree. I mean, this is, it's quite tall. But you have to realize that a tree seedling is not going to put down its roots in a spring pool. So this spring had to have moved to this location. Couldn't have started out here. And so the question is why? As we move down the shoreline, well, we can see some more examples of that. An obvious explanation for this kind of traveling spring could be fluctuating water tables. As in the case of White Bear Lake, groundwater levels go up and down. Perhaps the groundwater level is much higher than it had been in the past when the tree got its start, and that consequently the spring, as it were, moved up the beach and lodged under the tree. Maybe the root masses and so on stabilized. You can say this one is truly coming out from underneath a tree. As we move down here, you see another example. Water coming out from under the root masses, flowing down. And again, like I said, I've seen these kind of tree springs, as it were, in many different places around the state. Yeah, but again, they are something that require an explanation.